But yeah, no, that guy's team was glorious. I tip my hat to you, sir. You and your glorious team. 129 to go. Well, that's maybe not all of it, but that's at least there's a large part of the way that we'll get through towards that. Brett, you know what? We did play Brett. I will play Brett's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, isn't it? I will definitely play some Brett's for you tomorrow, Chuckles. I hate finishing for the night with missed next games in my team. I don't know what it is. It bugs me. I'm like, he's got a missed next game. Let's just get it out of the way. And also, after suffering such a crushing defeat, I would very much like the Lizards to get a win before I go off for the night. We will see. Hopefully we get a better chance to use our bribe this time. We did not last time. We just didn't find ourselves in a good spot to do it. See you later on, Easy. See you later on. You have a good one.
I know I have. Now let's play.
And I hope you get everything right. Cool. I'm glad, Aubrey. I'm glad.
Seems the ref has been...
Well, we've got Orcs again. Hopefully,
perfectly adequate surroundings, getting ready for today's big match.
Hopefully, this Orc team is not as glorious as the last. Was it Orcs?
Stay away from
Yeah, it was Orcs.
hit harder.
Okay. What's this guy got? He's got. What's that? Is that? Oh, he's gone Hail Mary pass straight up. He's gone more accurate Hail Mary pass. Okay, that's interesting. That a movement busted goblin seems a little weird. And he's got no troll. I wonder if he's playing goblins and his trolls missed next game, or whether he's just decided to try and make the goblins catches and go Hail Mary pass. Like, this is definitely interesting. Like this method of playing I tried to do it this way. We bought some goblins for our Orc team, and I was like, oh, I'm going to buy some goblins and I'm going to turn them into catchers. And I just never really felt like it was worth it. Like, they're not quick enough, and they're not like skinks or gutter runners or like a human catcher who can run 9 squares. They're too awkward. But the jump up, I mean, he's gone what? Jump up, sprint. Okay. He's got some mighty blow and some guard, and that's it. Okay. Well, we'll see. See you later on, Chuckles, my man. You have a good one. And hopefully I'll see you. Well, I'll see you when I see you. But yeah, you have a good one, my man. You have a good one. Right, we'll do this properly this time. We're going to actually pay some attention, because I would very much like to. I'd very much like to kind of try and win a game. Guard. So. Okay. And then let's just see what happens here. Okay, we're kind of going to go a bit ham. I'm going to see what happens. God, the rain doesn't help though. Makes it very awkward for the Lizardmen. The rain. Weather's not particularly kind to us. Or at least until we get like a sure hand skink or something, which we don't have at the moment. Right then.
Those players are running each other ragged, Bob. Were you much of a runner?
Absolutely not. I stood on the line of scrimmage, and my victims, rival players, came to me.
There we go. Guys, is that a niggle? God, we'd very much like to break armor on that guy. Oh, come on, we're not even going to get him off the pitch with a niggle. Damn it. I thought that niggle gave us a chance there. But. Right. We got a bribe. We have got a bribe, haven't we? Yeah. Okay. So first things first. Let's get a Black Hawk off the pitch, hopefully.
Ref's not looking. He's not looking. Get in there!
Knight.
There's a KO, which is okay.
Really, don't let them. They're massive and can take your hand right off.
Not up to much today.
Failure that could
Oh
cost
god.
his team, dear.
Yeah, this is what's going to be the problem. That there is the distinct possibility that we just fail to pick the ball up repeatedly, and then bad things happen. But we will see. We will see. What I really want to do is foul this guy. That would be the ideal. Has he got subs? Yeah, he's got 2 linemen subs. What's that? A frenzy block lineman. Okay. Raise your skinks, indeed, indeed. Guys, he get right. What? Catch it. Yeah, just the pickups are going to kill us.
Come on, guys. Together.
Oh, what's that foul? 58. $72. Let's do this.
I wonder how fast I'll run after I've broken some legs.
Never mind.
That one's got fists bigger than ham joints.
How you doing, Nosedive, man? Good to see ya.
Chorus came up from Slanhopek.
Right.
When the match was over, the host he was a wreck.
There we go. Ah, damn you and your bonehead. Right. Skip.
I think he's moving. No, he's not. Apparently, this player forgot his hands in the changing rooms.
Okay, right. We finally made a pickup. That's good. Let's go over here. Those pickups were becoming an issue. Oh, can he even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can make it. We're going for it, but go one there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is exactly what it is. They are already slippery, and the rain is just making it worse. Let's go. That's kind of alright. Stops him getting 2 one-dice punches. Okay, so this is fine, sort of. Hopefully, we can just keep these guys pinned in the middle. Just keep punching the Black Hawks down with 2 dice and then fouling someone with the skink. Like that's all we want out of this. But especially this niggled Black Hawk. This niggled Black Hawk, we just stamp on him at every opportunity.
The attacker has an assist.
That works.
Dead fish?
To be fair, the only bad thing that's happened so far in these first couple of turns is having to burn the rerolls to pick up the ball. That's it. If we hadn't have had to have done that, this would have been going really, really well. As it is, it's still going fine. I just wish we had the rerolls. The rerolls is all.
Ouch! That must
But then again, now he's had to burn a reroll on to go for it. So it's all swings and roundabouts. Oh, and he's got the double one. That sucks for him. That does indeed suck for him.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
Now that's a real mess.
Go. Let's take another 72% foul. There we go. Right, okay. So there's the injury gone. Loses 1 point in movement. Does he appo that? Oh, he's actually going to appo that. Okay. Loses 1 point in movement. Okay. So we got sent off. And we're going to skip that. I'm going to save the bribe for later on. I'm going to use another.
Very odd, Jim.
Like, it seems weird, but I'm going to save it. Oh, I thought we had a spare skink, but we don't. But you know what? I'm going to keep fouling with the skinks and keep doing it. Because at the moment, I'm happy to trade that skink for the Black Hawk. I'm not gonna trade another one. Yeah, you know what? He might take the ball. I don't think he's going to be able to get the ball and keep it though. Like, is the thing. I think worst case scenario, he gets a block on us and then we just blitz him away. Like, I'm actually okay with this. Like, I'm okay with just stamping on. Like, now I want to get this guy off the pitch. That's the plan. Like, that's all it is. If I can get like 3-4 of his if I can get like 3 of his Black Hawks off the pitch in the first half, I feel like we can get the ball off him second half. And he doesn't have tackle, and we have block and we have blodge, so it's not like the easiest block anyway.
If you kill the fool carrying the ball, then you stop him from scoring.
So yeah, I almost feel like we just. God, that sucks so badly. Oh, minus AV. Do I want to? You know what? Skip. You know what? I'm firing that guy. That guy's getting fired. We're buying a new Saurus. I'm not going to waste my Apo on the niggled guy. That he's just going to keep eating up our Apo the longer that goes on. So. We lost the Saurus, but he's lost the Black Hawk. So, it is what it is. Alright. Let's go with... Keep him and see how crappy he can get. That probably would be pretty funny, actually. But God, that would not require a lot of effort.
I mean the ball carrier, go.
That really would require a lot of effort. What do we want to do here? No, we want to... Oh, no injury? Never mind.
Thesaurus. Oh, they hit hard.
And that guy's got no blocks. I'll take a... Oh, come on. Anything but double skulls. Right, there we go. There we go. Right. Now I get to foul again.
That player can move over a third of the field in one burst of speed.
Oh, come on. Another bribe? Okay, now I'm going to bribe. God, we didn't get anything out of it either. Nah, that's a shame. Okay. So that's enough of the old fouling palaver. You get to go. You can't go anywhere. You can't really catch him. You go stand over there then. And you go there. There we go. Right. Okay. So yeah, the bribe's gone. The bribe's gone. We got a Black Hawk out of it. I feel like the way things went, because we had all these guys pinned down, we could have got more out of the bribe. Like, it didn't actually, because of all this, like, we got like 72% fouls, like 3 of them. And we traded a skink for a Black Hawk. I suppose we traded a skink. We traded a skink for a Black Hawk. We traded a Black Hawk for a skink and a bribe. Okay. So, kind of works out. But he has subs and we don't, so we are going to be down players. I would be tempted to stamp on him again, but that's like a level 1 Black Hawk. I could stamp on this one maybe. Although it does, to be fair though, like getting any of the Black Hawks off the pitch is good because it just gets rid of the strength 4 guys. That's all.
He's about to get punched above and below the belt.
Is he going to end his turn there or not? Okay, he's just going to take the push. Never mind. Okay.
That's it.
Makes sense.
Work 'em back and then pow.
Robosaur, yeah. He will take the push there, my man.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
Right, let's see what we can do here again. I mean, yeah, I'm almost tempted to just take another. Like, realistically, how far can any of these guys reach? Can any of these guys reach me over here without a million go for it? I mean, these guys could. Like, all I'm thinking is, they'd have to dodge away from, or he would have to. Right, okay. So it could go badly, technically. He can only just about reach me there. He can only just about reach me. And they can only just about reach me. So, okay, you know what? We're probably going to do it again. We're probably going to take a foul on this Black Hawk. 58% now. That's not so ideal. Let's take the 2 dice here first. Right, okay. That kind of helps there. He can tie these guys up. Let's do it.
They may be fast.
And if we don't get him this time,
Bozos. You can usually
Hang on, did you see that?
Ah,
How
so
is
it,
he going to
only a
see that?
stun as well. Never mind. Like that's probably went about as badly as it could have gone. We only stunned him and we got sent off. But it was like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's probably people thinking, oh, that's a bit of a risk. Like, this was definitely a risk. Like, it definitely was. But this guy can't. I don't think, unless I counted the squares wrong, he can't actually blitz me. Like, no one can actually blitz me at all. So he can go put a tackle zone on me. But I really don't feel too bad about making one dodge away from a guy with no tackle. That's not a problem. And he's not even going to bother. He's just going to go blitz this guy anyway. So, okay. And he's going to roll double skull. So yeah, he decided to go that route. He decided to go blitz that guy. I mean, we unfortunately we've had 2 skinks sent off now. So never mind. We're probably not going to foul anymore. We're probably done with the fouling. I was hoping we'd get. I was hoping we'd get. The thing is, getting like the repeated 72% fouls on the. Oh, can that guy blitz me? If that guy can. Oh yeah, he can. So we've kind of made the balls up. I didn't realise. Oh, mind you, he's already blitzed though. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. What he should have, rather than blitzing this guy, then I miscounted. What he should have done is just done this block and then just blitzed me off the pitch. But
What's that?
look to be rolling on the ground in agony. And here comes the other team.
that just seems like a really, that was like a really low risk foul. But never mind. Sometimes it works out for you. So now I do kind of have to score. Well, I say I kind of have to score. I have to stop repeatedly fouling the black orc that's on the floor. I think we'll take the 3 dice against the goblin first.
This player likes to be well assisted.
Oh, would you look at that?
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
Well, never mind. Now I suppose I have. Now you know what? I have got sidestep, haven't I? What am I thinking? So I'm kind of safe. He makes dodges, maybe. They blitz me away there. That would make things slightly more. That makes things slightly more awkward for him. So we go over here, and we take a 2 dice. Here, I think. Block mighty blow. Let's hit this guy.
Oh, big guy. Trample all over him.
Sometimes the underdog.
Never mind. Okay, yeah, I feel like this is reasonably safe. Ish. Yeah, I feel like that's reasonably good. Don't think there's an easy way for him to get to me. You'd score. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I feel like he's got no rerolls either. So, like, I really feel like we're pretty safe here. Like, he's got. The only way really out of it is he can probably 2 dice block this guy and then maybe run around, which I didn't see. But that's done. This guy does have blodge, so again, it's not the easiest thing to do with a guy who's got no block. Like, it's not a given that works out. So now we get to punch stuff again. Nice.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Oh, you kill it! Like, this is 6 dice on this blooming goblin. And we've had nothing out of it. Never mind. Goblin is invincible. GG. GG, Goblin. Ah, never mind. No.
There's nothing better than hitting someone smaller than you.
That's a
Jim.
shame. But yeah, no, I don't feel like there's any easy way for him to get to us. So yeah, the goblins are like you get that sometimes. Like you see these little guys with like dodge stunty. Like it's not even like this one has a block. It's just we can't roll them both down to save our lives there. Like that's what 8 dice on him. And he's just like, nope. You know what? We are not going down. Oh, yeah, you know what? I forgot he was Snape. I was talking about this. Someone mentioned it to me earlier, and I did not know it. I honestly, it sounds weird, but I don't really read the news or something. And someone was like, "Oh yeah, he died." I forgot he was Snape, but yeah, we was having a discussion as to the person McD who mentioned it to me. He was convinced that Galaxy Quest was Alan Rickman's best film, and I told him no, he is and forever will be Hans Gruber. I will not hear anything else said about it. Not the fact that he passed away. Just that he's best. McD, you were not right. Get out. Galaxy Quest was not his best film. Oh, McD. How long have you been sitting there quietly, you little sneak? Just all of a sudden out of the blue. Oh, mind you, yes, as the Sheriff of Nottingham, he was very, very good as well. He was good in a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying he was good in a lot of stuff. I just, I genuinely feel like Hans Gruber was the best. Was his best one.
Must be extremely frustrating, don't you think? With that touchdown under their belt, we can finally get this match started.
You see? Oh God! Don't you start, Violet. That's what McD was saying to me earlier. By Grabthar's hammer and all that palaver. I have seen. Did Galaxy Quest have Sigourney Weaver in it as well, or am I thinking of a completely different film? And the guy out of. Did it have like Sigourney Weaver and Tim Allen in it or something? Or am I thinking of a completely different thing?
Despite being in the lead, this team now has to kick the ball to the losing squad.
They'll want to get it back as soon as they can.
Oh, she was in it, right? Okay. She was. Oh, Tim Allen did play the main character. Oh, I got itchy. Tim Allen did play the main character. Right, okay, yeah. Because I vaguely remember at some point that Tim Allen was in a film. And it wasn't terrible, but then, he was never in a film again. He just went back to doing Home Improvement or whatever it was. Or maybe not in that order, but that's my impression of it. Tony Shalhoub. Oh yeah, Tony Shalhoub. Yes, okay, Tony Shalhoub. You know what? I didn't know the guy's name, but now you've said his name, I know who you're talking about. He's the guy. Wasn't he the guy that isn't Tony Shalhoub the guy who plays Monk on that TV show? If I'm thinking of the same guy. Yeah, Tim Allen going ham as like pretend Kirk. Yeah. Or am I thinking of a different Tony Shalhoub? I'll have to look that one up. If it's the person I'm thinking of, I think it's the guy who plays Monk. Or whatever that guy's name is, who's on the TV show. Yeah, oh, he's at him. Oh, okay, cool. Right. So I am thinking of the right guy. Nice. I know things. Granted, not necessarily useful things, but I know things. Some things. Some random things. But yeah, come to think of it, he was Sheriff of Nottingham, wasn't he, in the Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and he was very good in that as well. He did. I will got to give him his due. He was an exceptionally good villain. He really was. Like when he played villains, he just like dripped malice. It was always good to watch. It was fun. Times like this, as the orc coach, you kind of wish you had a troll so you could throw a goblin down the field. Alas, it was not to be. Have we got any KOs? No, we just got guys sent off. God, we're down quite a few players, but never mind. Yeah, geeks can be cool. English guys, you know what? It's a bit of a strange thing. Like, it's a weird thing as an English person to watch well, obviously films from Hollywood. You know, I suppose everyone knows that they generally they generally cast if there's a villain to be cast, it's generally an English. Like a lot of the time, it's an English guy. If you're watching an American film and only one guy has an English accent, he's the villain. Like that's just the way it works. He's the villain more often than not. And it is a strange thing. I'm not quite sure how that came about or what. You know why that happened in Hollywood. But it is funny sometimes to watch. But yes, there are a lot of English actors, especially from his kind of era, that do very very good villains. Have made careers out of being very very good villains. Who's the other guy? What's his name? Who's the guy that played the corrupt cop in Leon? Damn it! I've forgotten his name now. He's a good villain as well. And you prefer Fassbender's Magneto over McKellen's? I also prefer Fassbender's Magneto over McKellen's, but then that is just because I feel like Fassbender's Magneto was in a better film. Like Gary Oldman, that's it, Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman does a good villain as well. Gary Oldman also does a very cool good guy. But whenever I think of Gary Oldman, like rather than thinking of him in like the Batman films, whenever I think of Gary Oldman, I think of him as the cop or the bad guy in Leon, like in that apartment, just slowly like boiling over and then going nuts. But I do. That was, mind you, but the reason I think of Gary Oldman in that film more than any other film is because Leon was one of my favourite films. I like that film a lot. I suppose everyone has a list of films, and like if someone says to you, if someone was to ask you to just list a few films that you like, you just rattle off a couple of films that you know really well. That would be on my list. I'd just be like, yeah, that one, because that is good. I loved Leon. Yeah, exactly. There was a load of scenes in Leon where Oldman just went absolutely nuts, and all of them were great. All of them. Get the ref. Okay, so more bribes. Yes, the Skinks get to kick people again. Come on. He didn't get his KO back, which is good. So he's actually down 2 Black Orcs at the moment. So we're down a Saurus and 2 Skink, and he's down. Well, he's traded Black Orcs for linemen. So we do need to start the stamping again.
They're getting up close and personal.
Do you know when's the new one out, McD? The new X-Men. Oh, damn it! He went straight up 1 dice first, and it worked.
Now it's the other team's turn.
Oh, never mind. Why did he not re-roll that? That seems awfully odd. I feel like that would have been worth a re-roll, but each to their own.
Look, Twinkle Toes there.
May you get a permit? Yeah, if there is no one about, I will quite happily do you one. Give me 1 sec.
Yep.
He has given up. You think? I don't know. It seems. Why would you give up in this situation? It seems like you're waiting for Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool's going to be fun. Deadpool's going to be awesome. I am also very much looking forward to Deadpool. But then again, I pretty much look forward to.
That one's got fists bigger
I
than
pretty
an
much look forward to any comic book related movie at all. Like I love them all. I mean, even the ones which are not necessarily the great. Like even like the X-Men films where, I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to get started on the original lot of X-Men films because then I'll have to talk about what they did to Deadpool in those movies, and then things will get unhappy rather quickly. So we'll leave that alone. The less said about that, the better. But I do just love like all the fact that I am grateful that I live in a time where we get to watch like proper comic book movies and stuff on TV, because I love comic books. I just don't get a chance to really read them because following them is too like I can't bring myself to just like read one comic book. Yeah, well, I've never seen Catwoman, so I just put that out of my head. Like the ones that I refused to watch because I knew they were bad, I just pretend they never happened. So Catwoman never happened as far as I'm concerned. But you know what I mean? Like I have watched Heat. I like the film a lot. My favourite part about that film was probably Val Kilmer. I liked Val Kilmer in it. I thought Val Kilmer was good in that. We're gonna do here. Okay, which skink is work? Yeah, this one. Okay, go on. You just go take a foul. But yeah, no, I'm just glad I get to. I'm glad I get to watch comic book films and movies and stuff. Oh come on, man! How unlucky can we be with the fouls? X-Men Origins Wolverine. Yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine was like, yeah. I don't like the X-Men. Well, it's not that I don't like them. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the X-Men films. I enjoyed them. I watched them. I enjoyed them. The X-Men films before, like they kind of rebooted it. They're just not what I would hope they would be. It's like the first couple of Fantastic Four films. Like, I don't hate them with a fiery vengeance. I don't necessarily think to myself, oh, they were brilliant. I don't hate them. I just they're not quite what I hoped they would be. Like when you compare those to like Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America: Winter Soldier, they're just such a step below them that it makes you kind of makes you disappointed. You're like, oh, I wish the X-Men films were as good as the other ones, like the Iron Mans of this world and the Captain America: Winter Soldiers. I say Iron Man, it's like the first Iron Man. The second one was alright. The third one I wasn't a big fan of. But yeah, I do like them because I love comics. I do love comic books. But I just don't get a chance to read them because there's just too goddamn many of them. Like every time I try and read comics, I think to myself, oh, I want to read comics, and then I just get distracted because there's just so many I want to read. I'm like, you know what? I can't be bothered following like 87 different comics. Fantastic Four is brilliant. Which one are you talking about? Was that which one? Which one's one? Because the one like the ones with like Jessica Alba and that in it, they were alright. They weren't great. They were alright. I wasn't like blown away. But the last one, are you talking about the last one with the guy from Creed in it and the guy from I can't remember what their names are now. Miles Teller and what's the other guy's name? Michael B. Jordan, is that his name? Because that was an absolute pile of something I'm not going to say on here. That was absolutely rubbish. But from what I read about that film, a lot of the problems of that film, from what I read, came from the fact that they had a film and they had a director, and halfway through actually making the film, they decided that it was going to be a bit too expensive and they wanted to do it differently. Now, after watching the movie, I actually kind of believed that, because the first part of the movie, whilst it was a little bit different, I didn't actually mind so much. I was actually quite enjoying it. I was sitting there and I was watching the film and I was quite enjoying it when they were all, you know, younger and when they were first getting the team together and all that stuff. It wasn't so bad. Like I was thinking, okay, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm not quite sure why everyone hates it so much. And then the second half of the movie, when it all went off and they had the big boss fight and everything. Well, I say boss fight. That's what I'm going to call it. When everything happened, yeah, it was like a totally different film. Yeah, exactly. Josh Trank, the guy who made it, said that he had a version of it which they were never going to see. And like I don't necessarily believe him. Like, but I will say that I've watched Chronicle, the other film he made, and that is definitely a far better superhero film than the Fantastic Four one is ever going to be. So maybe there's some truth to it. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I honestly think, like, genuinely, I think that movie, like, no one came out of that movie covered in glory. Like, you can't, I just think you can't judge anyone in that movie by that movie. Like, the guy that played Doom in that movie, I cannot for the life of me remember his name off the top of my head. But the guy that played Victor Von Doom in that new Fantastic Four movie, he's in a film, an English film or a Welsh film or something called it called Dead Man's Shoes or something? And he's absolutely fantastic in that film. So I just think it was that film specifically that everyone in it was just terrible, just because it was a terrible film. Riddick, Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick. You know what? I can't remember what happened. Was the third one the one with the Necromunders? As far as Riddick goes, was that the third one? All the Necromunders and him, or was that no? That was the one where he was kind of king of the Necromunders, and then they leave him on the planet, didn't they? At the beginning, he stabs him. But yeah, no, I definitely feel like that Fantastic Four movie. I quite like the Riddick films. Obviously, the first Riddick film is always... I feel like the first Riddick film is always going to be a little step above any Riddick film that comes afterwards. Because that film was kind of like crazy good. The first Riddick film was just like, whoa, where did this come from? But yeah, I quite like the Riddick films. I would definitely like if they said to me tomorrow, if I looked at the cinema tomorrow and it's like, oh, there's a new Riddick film coming out, I would almost certainly be reasonably excited to go see it. Oh, is the third one the one with the woman from Kirsty Sackhoff, where he stabs him at the beginning and ditches him on the planet and they come looking for him? Is that the third one? And then, like, the two teams turn up. And the guy's father, or the guy's brother, or father, or uncle who's in the first one or something. John's. One of his relatives turns up. Is that the third one? I don't know. If it is, yeah, again, I don't think it was quite... it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was enjoyable enough. I certainly didn't hate that film. Okay, 33% with a reroll. Do I want to do this? Yeah, go on, why not? Maybe we get lucky.
That player's chances of still standing at the start of the next turn.
Let's score. And the reason I'm going to score is because the reason I'm going to score there is because I feel like if we just go 2-0 up, then the likelihood of him scoring, getting the ball back off me, and then scoring again, I think is slim. So. Indeed, raise your skinks. But yeah, I quite like Riddick. And as, to the person who someone said earlier that they're not quite into superhero films, and an undefeatable Ubermensch is always too unlikable and unrelatable. Nori, I definitely don't disagree with you at all. Which was always kind of the reason that I always read Marvel comics rather than DC comics. Mainly because my first experience with DC Comics was Superman, and my view on Superman and a lot of the DC heroes like the Flash, they're just too powerful for me. Like their powers are so good that they are nigh on. Like I could not fathom any way that they don't just instantly win every fight they're in. Don't get me wrong. Like this is the thing. I don't hate Superman. I just always felt like as a superhero, the one reason I didn't find it engaging is because I could never think of a situation where Superman's powers do not enable him to instantly just diffuse the situation. You see what I mean? That's all it is. Whereas opposed to like Spider-Man, I was always engaged with a Spider-Man comic because I genuinely felt like there was, as good as Spider-Man was, there was a lot of stuff that Spider-Man couldn't do. The Flash is the strongest hero in the DC universe, also the best. Yeah, I mean, again, like the Flash is just they made over the course of the Flash's comic book history, they've made the Flash so powerful at the various points. There's literally nothing he can't do. It's crazy. So I don't know. That's my view on it. I just feel like a lot of the DC heroes are just too all powerful for my liking. And granted, there are some Marvel heroes who are just as bad. But they're not the Marvel heroes who I like. Did he outrun death? Yeah, it's just insane. It is just insane. Not even the literal concept of death. See what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong. I'm sure they eventually retconned some of this stuff and was like, oh god. So Superman can even win an arm wrestling, even tie with Chuck Norris in arm wrestling. Yeah, I don't doubt that. You, sir, are going to just get pushed in there. Where did the ball go? Oh, it's over there. Blimey.
He's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
Sweet. But yeah, no, I genuinely like. I don't hate Superman. I actually, you know, the kind of Superman, the last Superman film. I've watched that a couple of times, and I actually quite enjoyed the last Superman film. Like the bit at the end where Superman kills the guy. There was a lot of like, from what I gathered, there was a lot of people who were kind of up in arms about that. I didn't mind it at all, really. I actually thought it kind of made sense in the way the film went. And I'm kind of looking forward to Batman vs Superman, even though I'm not really a DC Comics guy. I mean, I really like the Batman film, so. I don't mind Batman. I just hate Batman when like I really like the Batman films. I kind of hate Batman in the comics when it just turns into like Batman has a plan for everything. No matter what happens, Batman has a plan for it. Like that kind of gets a bit on my nerves. Bloodthirst. Oh, Bloodthirsters. Bloodthirsters, the big guy for the Corn team. They are amazing.
At the same time.
Yeah. How do you run in a near vacuum? Use your super leg back. Yeah. Bloodthirster and his Juggernaut frenzy horns. Indeed, indeed. But yeah, things are. But anyway, yeah. But either way, like I do just love comics in general and films. So comic book films are always good for me. I always enjoy them. Can you post a link without Moobot having an aneurysm? You can if you give me 1 second. I will have a look. Nosedive. There you go, McD. You have 3 minutes.
As it's quite fundamental to the game.
You have 3 minutes. Let's have a look. I'm not sure which of the skinks got sent off Nosedive. I would love to have a look if the game would stop telling me that I have to go look at whatever that guy's doing. I don't care what he's doing, game. Are you dead? You're not dead. Oh, are you the? Oh no, are you here? No, I think you might have been the skink that I think you are the skink that had missed next game. You might have been injured last game. So you're probably having a little yeah. You're probably having a little spa day, a little rest.
One of them should hit harder next time.
There you go, RJ. Yeah, missing games like a scrub. 13 trillion times the hit. Yeah, wasn't there like a Flash one whereby like there was a bomb going to go off on an island, and in between the time that the bomb was like the countdown, he literally ran backwards and forwards to the island and literally picked everyone up and carried them to safety one at a time, like just over and over again, like and someone worked out how quick he would have had to have been running to pull it off, and it was something insane. Skip.
I think he's moving.
Pretty sure the air around the Flash wouldn't agree with speeds. Yeah, no, the air would not if it was not for the Speed Force, which is like, I don't know. The Speed Force is basically like lubricant of some description somehow.
They're gathering around that
right, let's
like halflings round a sandwich.
Jeremiah always.
Hold it, Thesaurus. They hit hard.
Right then, now we can. Where's that strength 5 guy? Oh, he's there. Okay. Oh, is that the image you posted, Big D? The island one with the ridiculous. Oh, okay.
other
Yelpy
people
was
epic.
Eric.
Knockout.
Yeah, so you know, I didn't actually realise till someone told me. I've only now that someone's now that someone told me that that song gets triggered on a knockout. Like now I see, now I understand. But it never occurred to me before. One dice with the good old block skink. Is that how we go? One dice? I feel like we can take a one dice.
Can the player force possession away from the ball holder?
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll that because I don't really want to push him away from the Saurus. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Very good.
Block is not ideal. But
One of them should hit harder next time.
there we go. You can go in there. And then we get to do skink nonsense. Ah, never mind.
Player better get up. Nothing good comes from spending any time with
Yeah,
the
exactly. And the Speed Force stops them from just like blowing up as he's trying to run it. I don't know. It's all a bit crazy, isn't it? It's all a bit crazy. But there are some pretty hilarious superheroes power-wise. But yeah, again, that's my problem with the But don't get me wrong, it's not just DC Comics that I have a problem with that way. But yeah, they all seem a bit too powerful to me sometimes. But there's a lot of Marvel. Like again, like a lot of people like Wolverine. I really like Wolverine as a comic book character. I really do. But occasionally in the comics, because he's so popular, they make his powers so ridiculous that it just becomes like, you know, he's basically just an invincible killing machine at times. Deadpool best hero. A lot of people think Deadpool best hero. I don't. I like Deadpool. Not necessarily my favourite hero, but I like Deadpool.
Like a halfling on a hot dinner.
I like Deadpool. I'm more like Deadpool when he's actually like with someone else. Like I like Deadpool and Cable together. I like the Deadpool and Cable comics. Favourite hero is Corey in the House. I don't know who Corey in the House is.
Some blood in Blood Bowl.
Well
done. He helped the ball carrier.
I am interested to see how the Funny, they're talking about comics and films and all that stuff. I'm interested to see how the your memes are too fresh for me. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm usually like fairly good with my memes. But yeah, I'm not sure the Corey in the House one. Is Judge Dredd technically a superhero? Well, he's Raven's little brother. I did not know that. I did not know that. Is Judge Dredd technically a superhero? Well, he was in a comic, so I suppose he's kind of like, I suppose you'd call him an anti-hero. Yeah, exactly, similar to but for anyone who's not seen it. I definitely agree with you there, Norrie. Dredd was an amazing film. Dredd got nowhere near the kind of recognition as a like an action / comic book film that it deserved. Dredd was spectacular. I remember watching that film and was just like, damn, that was quality. That was a good old fashioned quality film, man. That was proper good work. That was.
I should probably say something meaningful to all our cabal vision.
And his dad being the chef for the president. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Splat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sorry, when you said Raven, I know you meant That's So Raven and not Teen Titans Raven. Or is it Raven in Teen Titans? I'm sure there's a Raven in Teen Titans somewhere. Okay. Now comes the glory. Can I blitz anywhere that makes this easy? That's a go for it, but if I make it, then we're home and dry. Give me a push. There we go.
Look at all these players sitting down on the job. There'll be trouble with the unions if this carries on. A touchdown is so close, and yet so...
God, look at this. He's going to get Hell's Reach. Just don't fall over.
Down
Oh, he's done it. He's done it. Ah, Norrie. You like both Dredd movies? Yeah, RJ, honestly, the old Sylvester Stallone Dredd movie, again, I'm not going to knock it. Like, I'm just going to be like, you know, I enjoyed that film. I enjoyed that film. I enjoyed it for what it was, which was kind of a campy take on a Judge Dredd film. Like, it wasn't, you don't watch it and think, oh my god, that was the best thing I've ever seen. But I did enjoy it. There were some good bits in it. But compared to the new Dredd was just so good. It really was. And I'm kind of, the one thing I'm upset about with the new Dredd is that it didn't do well enough that they were immediately like, we should make another one. Because I would have quite happily watched Carl Urban be Dredd again. It was so good. McD, Robot Wars. Yes, you know what? Funnily enough, I did not know about the fact that they are bringing back Robot Wars. But you are the second person in my chat who has been excited for Robot Wars. I am the law. I am the law. Yeah. It's actually, come to think of it now, it's actually funny. Like, funnily enough, that's like the old Judge Dredd saying that you like both of them, RJ. I quite like the old Judge Dredd, and the why, I don't know why, but my mind immediately went to Rob Schneider and the fact that that was probably one of Rob Schneider's best. It was one of his good movies as opposed to one of his terrible movies that he's made. If you play yeah, exactly. You know, RJ, you definitely do. Like, after I played Blood Bowl 1 a lot, and after playing, I was originally in a Blood Bowl 1 league, and I was going to be in a Blood Bowl 2 league. But after playing so much Blood Bowl 2, I just can't play Blood Bowl 1 anymore. I can't do it. I just find this one more enjoyable to play and look at. And if I'm going to be playing this game if I'm going to be playing Blood Bowl for this many hours a day, I'm just going to play it on number 2. It's too much fun to me to play it on 2. And I can do without the other teams for now. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Trezif. I don't disagree. I don't watch much TV or much British TV myself. But yeah, when is it back then, McD? When is Robot Wars? When is Robot Wars back? And more to the point, is Craig Charles going to do it again? Speaking of comedians and action movies, go on then. Was he? Really? That I don't remember. I mean, I know that I've watched the film a couple of times actually, but that I don't remember Lee Evans being in it. The Far Show, yeah. I honestly, like, as far as British TV goes, you've got kind of like some like British TV comedy is What is the deal with airline food? Now we're just talking. Now you're just asking me random stuff. What is the deal with airline food?
The player's on the ground. Looks like he's about to get a kick.
You've been playing Blood Bowl 1 more lately due to the teams. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, RJ. I mean, I definitely. There are a lot of people who are not like me who have played Blood Bowl for a long time and really like the fact that there's more teams in Blood Bowl 1. And I say good luck to you, good sir. Like if you, I just can't. For me, the extra teams are not worth the not being able to have like the shiny graphics. And also, I genuinely feel like just Blood Bowl 2 is easier to stream and more enjoyable to look at as a game. But yeah, no. I can't believe we ended up scoring 3 and getting a.
Half his strength.
Okay. Yeah, this game actually went alright. Went very well. Well, you know what? It's weird how, like, we've had some iffy games today, and we really wanted to go out on a high note. And between, like, actually winning the game fairly comfortably and talking about a load of different stuff, like, this has actually gone really, really well.
Look at Twinkle Toes there.
I mean, we cannot complain about a 3-0 victory. No one's dead, I don't think. Did we use that Apo? Yeah, we did use an Apo on someone. Yeah, this guy's gone because now he's got minus AV and a niggle. So we're going to your Bloodthirster got 11 casualties in 5 games. Damn, Jesus. There was a guy in the in the Blood Bowl 1 league I was in before, and he was playing Khorne, and his Bloodthirster went on a run where he scored a touchdown in like 5 games straight. Like, every time he got a touchback, he would give it to the Bloodthirster to try and get him points, and the Bloodthirster just kept scoring. It was hilarious. I'm gonna say GG before I forget. Now I'm gonna make my blocks and be done with it. Because you've got to make them blocks. Get that SPP. There is always a chance, even on orcs. Corn. Yeah, sorry, yeah, corn as in KH, yeah. They have basically the corn team are. I'm not sure. Are they actually called corn in the game? I think they are.
That's what he'd say if he could talk.
But yeah, they're basically like they're like nutty humans basically. They've got no block and they've all got frenzy. Yeah, the red ones, indeed, the red ones. Blood for the exactly, blood for the cornflakes. You know what? We're gonna re-roll that. Ah, never mind, because we are gonna 22. Okay, 22, which means he would have had 17. Okay. How many SPPs there did we get? Okay, not loads, but we did get a level up on the skink. And we are going to replace, before we... Oh, we got level ups on 2 skinks, which is good. And we are going to replace this Saurus. But unfortunately, Slick, you are gone. You died. And then... Trezif, you were going to be the tree. So I've got you written down as you wanted to call the tree when I made the wood elves. So we're actually you finally won versus the high elves. Nice. Oh, you were doing the campaign thing, weren't you, Blackneck? You were doing the I know what you were doing now. McD, you know what, McD? You have not been a player. You can be a Saurus. And then I'm gonna make the. That was my last game, but I'm gonna make the wood elf team before we go and call them Knock on Wood and get everyone in there as players. But that was a good game. That was a good game. I'm glad we I'm glad we went out on a high note. Let's put you over here, McD. And then there we go.
Did you know the Spike Magazine trophy was
right? Now let's get our levels up done. So we've got one block skink. Level up.
Slaves
oh.
But then it was the lowest.
What do we want to do here? What do we want to do on the block skink? Piling on skink. No. Dauntless is jaw. We could get. Oh, what's no? You know what? Sure hands. I feel like having sure hands on a skink. Dirty player. Oh, dirty player's good, but I feel like surely. I feel like for what's this guy got already? This is a blodge skink. No, you know what? We're gonna go sure hands. I really want because with sure hands, dirty player. You reckon go dirty player and then give him sneaky git? Nah, you know what? Sure hands is too good, man. Yeah, sure hands is just so good. The next skink will get dirty player, but this one, sure hands, is too good. On a double, like it's just too good. Because we can give multi block. Yeah, and so strip ball doesn't work. Yeah, I really feel like sure hands is such a good thing, especially on a guy that already got block. Like sure hands blodge is so good. I feel like that's the way we're gonna go. This one's got blodge sidestep.
How's the missus, Bob?
Ex-missus.
Really? Agi 4 blodge sidestep?
She took everything.
Is that the way we're going with the skink? Agi 4 blodge sidestep?
Sacred gut plate. The cow.
I mean, between this guy and the sure hands guy, like we can do some serious like skink nonsense with this. Like grab the ball, sure hands guy, give it to the Agi 4 and let him just run away. That I think that is a good shout. Oh God. And that's why you shouldn't have sure hands. Yeah, but I mean there is no, you can't The thing is, like, I'm still happy with the sure hands. No, sure hands is not useless now. Because you're assuming that I mean, at the end of the day, this guy is Agi 4, but he's still a skink. Like, you can't just be like, oh, we've got an Agi 4 skink, so now he's permanently going to be on the pitch forever, and he's always going to be in the right place at the right time, and he's never going to die. Like, I should have got a Hail Mary. No, I still feel like sure hands is definitely a good skill, because now it gives us two options to get the ball. Now we can either dive in with the Agi 4 guy, or dive in with the sure hands guy. And either way is good for us. So, I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's pretty good. What's this one? This is sure feet. Yeah, hopefully we can get. I mean, if we turn this guy into a one-turner, also all the skink bloat. Yeah, the skinks are a bit bloaty, but I don't know.
I've got my
I feel like they are pretty good. We could fire them, but I don't know. I mean, if we were going to fire the skinks to reduce TV, which one would we get rid of? The movement 9 guy? I mean, I don't want to get rid of the Agi 4 guy. And I kind of don't want to get rid of the other block guy. Because they actually come in pretty handy. I don't know. I think we're just... You know what? I think we're just going to play with them and see what happens. I feel pretty alright about them. You need sprint